Hello everyone, in this module we are going to discuss the introduction of TensorFlow. So here is the following given table of content. First we will discuss what is TensorFlow, and then we will discuss the history of TensorFlow, and next we will discuss why is TensorFlow so popular in machine learning, and later we will discuss how TensorFlow works. So after that we will discuss some features of TensorFlow and advantages and disadvantages of TensorFlow. So first we will discuss introduction of TensorFlow. So basically TensorFlow is a library that is used in machine learning, and it is an open source library for numerical computations, and it is used for developing machine learning applications. And this library was first created by the Google Brain team, and it is the most common and successful used library that provides various tools for machine learning applications. So basically TensorFlow library is used in many companies in the industries like Airbnb, and this company applies machine learning using TensorFlow to detect objects and classify the image. So TensorFlow takes data in tensors, multi-dimensional arrays with more excellent dimension. For example, when we are dealing with large amount of data, multi-dimensional arrays comes in helpful. A tensor is a matrix of n dimension that represents the input type, and flows work based on flow graphs that have edges and nodes. Now we will discuss the history of TensorFlow. So basically it was created and coded by the Google Brain team, and it was built on mobile operating system and multiple graphical processing units and CPUs. The current stable version of TensorFlow is 2.9.0, which was released on 16 May 2022, and the first stable version was released in 2015 under the Apache open source license, and then it modifies the version and released in 2017 named as TensorFlow 2.0. Now we will discuss why is TensorFlow so popular. So basically in TensorFlow we can easily use high level APIs so that it will become easy to build a machine learning model, and most of the engineers and data scientists use TensorFlow to build their application. So it will always support predefined models which can be easily applied on production. And also TensorFlow library is used in many companies in the industries like DeepMind, Twitter and Airbnb. So these companies applies machine learning using TensorFlow to detect objects and classify the images. And TensorFlow can also train and execute neural networks for handwritten digital classification, image recognition and the creation of various models. And also TensorFlow depends on the graph computation, and it will allow the user to visualize the construction of the neural network with TensorBoard. Now we will discuss how TensorFlow works. So basically TensorFlow helps you to move data through a graph by taking input as a n-dimensional array known as a tensor, and it helps the user to construct a flowchart of operations that can be applied to these input, which go at one end and get the output at the other end. Now we will discuss some features of TensorFlow. So basically it is an open source library for complex analysis, and it is easy to build a neural network, and it also handles a large amount of data in which we can easily use the TensorFlow library. It supports multiple programming languages like Python, C++ and Java. It defines the level of abstraction by reducing the development time, and it is easily trainable on architectures like CPUs and GPUs. So it is also used to display the images, graphs and deploy the machine learning models, and it also works in any environment like Android and iOS. Now we will discuss some advantages and disadvantages of TensorFlow. So first we will discuss advantages of TensorFlow. So basically it is an open source library. That means user can easily download the file from official website. So it has the advantages that it can be easily modify the performance, and it updates the releases and features. So it is a versatile and compatible library, like it works on C++, Python, etc. And it is an open source platform, like it works on Linux, Mac OS and mobile operating system. And it also design backend software like GPU and ASIC. Now we will discuss some disadvantages of TensorFlow. So it modifies the version every 2-3 months, and the latest version is TensorFlow 2.0. The issue is that many TF functions are not working in the latest version, like the session attribute, and there is no support for OpenCL. We have used GPUs and TPUs, and the latest GPU graphical processing unit is NVIDIA, and it only supports the Python language. So with this we have completed the introduction of TensorFlow. In the next video we will discuss the installation of TensorFlow.